Hey guys, it's Sephy here. Before we get to this week's episode of Sephy's Mega Money Press Your Luck, I think we found out there's a little problem in the recording here today. Guess what? I couldn't get any of our contestants' voices to come up on screen here this week, so you're going to hear mostly my voice only. But we still have an extremely awesome episode with a very exciting ending. Don't miss it here. And now here is this week's episode of Mega Money Press Your Luck. Ladies and gentlemen, there's this bonded security agent has just hit a check for 250. Wait a minute, hold on. Wrong show. Tonight, these four players will have after big bucks, but they're going to have to avoid that big old whammy as they play for the biggest dollars they've ever seen in their lives. From somewhere in the middle of Bumstuck, Kansas here, it is time to press your luck. And here's the host of the Ultimate Mega Money Press Your Luck, Scott Sephy McVeigh. Hi everyone, how's it going here? Welcome once again to Sephy's Mega Money Press Your Luck. And boy, have we got a great one for you tonight here. I have our returning champion Adam and his four opponents. Let's meet everyone right now. Hey Adam, how's it going? Oh, I'm glad to hear that very well, though. All right, go ahead. I think if I'm right. Last time you were on our show, you won well over $1 million, though. But do you think you got what it takes to win again? Me too. I hope it's good for all of you. How about that, okay? And let's go ahead and meet your opponents for this week. First of all, we got Joshua Rutan. Your fellow Texan. How about that? Okay, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Josh. Ooh, nice. I bet you that's going to be a very valuable looking Pokemon in your collection. I can tell. Well, good luck tonight. How about that? And thank you. And then position number 3, we got Doug. Okay. Hey, you get no neuralizers. This is not Men in Black. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, Doug. All right, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself there. All right, well, that sounds really cool there. Do you think you got what it takes to win the big bucks tonight? All right, well, let's hope for the best on you there, okay? And finally, in position number 4, it's Neil Sternitsky. How you doing tonight? I'm glad to hear that there. Should I know a little bit about yourself here if you want to? Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, let's see how if you can pull off a lot of money here tonight. Here we go. For those of you who have not quite seen Pressure Luck, where have you been? It's been on for over 40 plus years. But here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask these guys some questions here, and they're going to see if they can give me the correct answers. If someone buzzes in and they are correct, they'll get 3 big spins. But also, there's a multiple choice option for the other 3 players. And if any of those get their answers right, I'm going to give them a spin each here.
All right, hands on your buzzers. Let's get you to the first question today. Now, we all know that Apple has made a lot of different products with the letter I in front of them, like the iMac and the iPhone and the iTouch. But what year in the early 21st century did the Apple iPod get released? Okay, okay, give me a second. I'm getting here. There it is, Doug. Doug, I can't hear you. Okay, he's okay. Is the answer 2003, 2001, or 2005? Adam. Okay, and Joshua. Okay, and Neil. All right. Well, I got to tell you right now, two of you are correct, and it's Adam and Neil. It's 2001. There you go. So that means Adam and Neil each get one spin. There you go. All right. Question number two. All right. This guy used to be on television. He was pretty well known for two great roles here. He was known as the Shredder in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. And Joshua, let me go ahead and finish the question. He also played Uncle Phil in the 90s hit The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Which actor am I looking at? Is it Oroku Saki, Ross Begley, or James Avery? Adam. Yeah, this actor here played both Splint played both the Shredder in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, and he was Uncle Phil in the 90s hit The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Was that Oroku Saki, Ross Bagley, or James Avery? All right, and Doug and Neil. Oh, good. Sorry, Joshua. You should have waited until I finished the question because the answer is James Avery. And with that, there, Adam gets a spin, Doug gets his first spin, and Neil goes up to two. All right. Time for number three here. All right, we're talking about video game consoles here. Of these following three game consoles, which was the best selling game device in the 1990s? Game Boy? Oh, Joshua? Okay. Would the answers be the Game Boy, the Nintendo 64, or the PS2? Adam. All right. And Doug? All right. And Neil? All right. Doug, I got to give you a lesson. The PS2 did not come out in the 90s, it came in the 2000s. And the correct answer is the Game Boy. Which basically means Adam gets another spin. Joshua finally gets on the board with three, and Neil's up to three. And now it's time for our last question of the first round, and we're going to have fun with this one. What we're going to do is I'm going to give you a tougher. Doug, no. Doug, no. No. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to give you three things here because it's a tougher category. You just have to tell me when you hear the question, what is the actual answer? Okay. So I'm going to give you the three questions answers first. Jimmy and Bobby, Billy and Tommy, or Jimmy and Johnny? Here's your question. What are the name of Wanda and Vision's children called in WandaVision? Doug. Okay, is the answers Jimmy and Johnny, Billy and Tommy, or Jimmy and Bobby? Adam. Joshua. Yes. And let's see, and Neil. Oh gosh, I hate to say this, but Joshua, you're the only one who got this one right. It was actually Billy and Tommy here. So instead of getting one spin, I'm going to give you two for that one. There you go. And that's the end of round one. As you can see our scores, Doug has the smallest amount of spins of one. Adam and Neil have three. And Joshua has a big five. Let's get ready here to go to our big board. All right, let's load up the spins here right now. Here, as you can see here, I'm going to load up this board here in a few seconds. Here it comes. And it got some crazy squares on this first round here as well. You're going to love this as much there as well. All right, once again, looking at our contestants here, as you can see here, Joshua, you have the most spins. You get to go last in this round. And Doug, you get to go first here with a single spin here. Are you ready to press your luck? I'll take that as a yes. Doug, wake your ass up. Okay, go ahead. Whenever you're ready. It's your control. You instead get a beautiful piano. This is a baby grand piano. You know how much it's worth? $4,995, and that's a great way to use your spin there. All right, looking at our contestants here, we have a tie for second place, and it looks like Adam, you are the one farthest away from me, so you get to go next here. If you're ready, are you ready to press your luck? Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's go. Stopped at $1,000. All right. And you're still in second place with $1,000. You want to press or pass? All right, here we go. Stopped at 500 and a spin. All right, you're up to 1,500. You still have two spins there. What do you want to do now, Adam? All right, here we go. Stop at 681, the Nell Snesra number. That brings your score to 2181, and you're still behind by about 2,800 and change here. What do you want to do? You got one spin left, Adam. All right, here we go. Stop it. Pick a corner. What do you want to choose? You want a whammy, 500 and a spin, or a Mediterranean cruise? I think you made the best choice here. You're going to love this. It's a 12-day Mediterranean cruise with a round trip to Barcelona, Spain, and back. Get this, $8,600, and you are currently our leader. And we are good to go. Now we're ready to go to Neil with his three big spins. Are you ready, Neil? Maybe it just wanted to be funny. Let me see if I can e-stop that. Yeah, I e-stopped it. Yay, hooray. All right, let's press. Oh, nothing in a spin. That's right. You get nothing. You lose. No, you don't. But you get another spin. How about that? Are you ready to kill again? All right. Stopped at a whammy. Yeah. Remember, class, zero. I know what takeaway zero is still zero. Ooh. Well, Neil, that's your first whammy of the day here. I assume you want to go again, right? All right, here we go. Stopped at Bach. You know what that means? Just like the zero plus a spin, you get another spin! Hooray! Here we go! Stopped at a trip to Vienna, Austria. Ooh. I think you're going to enjoy this trip. $10,842, Neil. There you go. And that shoots you into first place, dear, by about less than $60, $61 actually. Wow. All right. What do you want to do now, Neil? You still have one spin left. All right. Passes it back to Adam here. And your turn, Adam. Here we go. Stopped at $1,000, and you're back in the lead here. And now we go to Joshua. Are you ready? You got 5 big spins. What do you want to do? All right, here we go. You got move one space. You can do the 1,000 or that insurance policy. I think that's a good choice. And there you go. Whammy insurance. You still have 4 spins, Joshua. What do you want to do? Press or pass? You got the insurance. You might as well. Here we go. Oh, hit your button. There you go. Across the board to $500. And that's what you currently have. You're still 4th place, but you got 3 spins left to go. What do you want to do now? Now, let's... Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, 3 spins to Adam. And here we go, Adam. Here we go. Oop. Try again. Stopped at a whammy. Oh, look at all the shiny stuff. Was that a piano? Holy crap! Let's see if I can play some chopsticks. Bleep, 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 bleep. Ah! Damn, the lid caught at me. Dang it. Ow, 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 ow. Well, Adam, that is your first whammy of the night. But the good news, those past spins go to the earn column. So now you have 2 spins to do what you want. What do you want to do? All right, here we go. You landed on, no, it's not! And we all know that in MVG, whenever we try to do something, we always find out, no, it's not. And guess what? You got another whammy. Yes, yes. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm supposed to talk to my manager about this. I was supposed to steal some money, but there's no money to take here. I should be, I'm very upset about this. Okay, that leaves you to 2 whammies there, Adam, but you still have, in fact, you said that did use a spin. Give me a second here. I better change that down to 1. And there you got 1 spin left to go. What do you want to do? All right, one more time. Here we go. Stopped at 0. And unfortunately, that's what you get. You get 0 for this, so there you go. And unfortunately, unlike the 0 plus a spin, you lost your spin, so that's the end of the round. And we look at the end of our scores here. We got, let's see, Neil's in the lead here with $10,842 here. And we got a lot more stuff to do here after this, so we'll be right back here. Welcome back to our Mega Money Press Your Luck. And so far we've had a pretty good round, but I think we're ready for some more questions. Let's bring up the podiums here. Oop. Oh, no. There we go. Bring up the podiums. There they come. All right. If you guys are ready, let's get our first question of round 2 number as well right now. Let's see if I can test your Disney knowledge for this first question here. Which fictional city does the movie Aladdin take place in? And that is Adam. All right. Is the answer Agrabah, Nariyapuram or Jaipur? Joshua. Yeah, there you go. Doug. Okay. And Neil. All right. I think you did a lot better this time than you did the first round. It's Agrabah. You all get this, you get stuff. Adam gets 3 big spins, and everyone else gets a single. How about that? All right. All right. Okay. Let's talk about pro wrestling this time. This is an annual pay per view event that started way back in 1985. What was this, Joshua? All right. Is the answer WrestleMania, the Tag Team Eliminator, or the SmackDown World Cup? Adam. And Doug. And Neil. Doug, I'm so glad you went with the crowd because it's right. It's WrestleMania. All right. Adam gets one. All right. There you go. All right. And now let's do question number 3 here. Okay, now we know that there's always back in the 1980s, someone, their celebrities would actually do some cool stuff like exercising. Which of these which actress launched a series of workout tapes in the 80s? Doug. Okay, is the answer Pamela Anderson, Jamie Lee Curtis, or Jane Fonda? Adam. Okay, and Joshua? And Neil. Oh, Doug, you silly fool. It's Jane Fonda. All right, and that means Adam, Joshua, and Neil all get a spin again. And now it's again time for our final crazy question here. And we're going to once again give you the 3 answers. And again, we're playing for double spins here if you guys are ready. Here are the answers, first of all: 1981, 1983, or 1985. Players, which year did Prince Charles and Princess Diana get married on? Josh. Okay, is the answer 83, 81, or 85? Adam. Okay, Doug. And Neil. I'm sorry, guys. You all are wrong. No one gets the answers right because it was actually 1981. Yeah, and as we end the round here, Adam and Joshua each have 5 spins, and Doug has 2 spins, and Neil has 3. And with that, we are ready to go to our second spin round. All right, here we go. Let's load up the old board here. I'm going to put the lights on here. I'm going to start showing you the bucks have gotten a lot larger, and do mean larger, with the potential of getting up to $75,000 in a single spin or more. You now notice the double this space next to the big buck space there as well there. That means with one single spin, you could possibly win up to $150,000 in this round. All right. Looking at the scores again, we currently have Adam at 0, and he will be getting to go first. And Neil, you get to go last this round because you have $10,842 here. So Adam, are we ready to press your luck here? All right, here we go. Whenever you're ready. Move one space. You could go to 6969 or a trip to the Fiji Islands. All right. I think you're going to love this excursion here. And I think you made the better move. $15,326. All right. Yes, it is. And with that, you're currently in the lead here. But you still have 4 spins, Adam. What do you want to do? All right, here we go. $8,000 cash. All right. And you still have 3 spins there, Adam. Now, what do you want to do? All right, here we go. Change places with an opponent. Yes, so who do you want to switch with that there, Adam? Well, think carefully here. All right, there we go. We're going to switch to Neil. And with that, Neil, you are now in control here. You still have Adam's 2 spins here, but you also have the lead right now. What do you want to do with that? Let's go! Stopped at a trip to Orlando, Florida. Oh, you get to enjoy everything down there, especially with this nice trip. 8,277. Now you got 1 spin left, and you're currently at 31,603, and you definitely have the lead right at just under $21,000. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah, move 1 space. 10,000 or lose a whammy, or Starman for 1 spin. Starman it is. There you go. Let me hit the old. And there it is. Starman. That means you're whammy insured for this next spin. Are you ready there, Neil? Let's go. Play the music. Oh, trip to Ireland. You're going to go to Dublin, Ireland. And this is a pretty good trip to pad your lead now. 10,202. All right. And with that, you're done with this. And now we go back to Joshua, who has $500 and 5 spins. What do you want to do? All right, here we go. $7,500 in cash. That brings your score up to 8,000. You're now 3rd place here with 4 spins. Let's go. Oh, a cash whammy. But that good news, you were whammy insured, so that just took away your policy. There you go. You still have 3 spins and the 8,000 bucks. What do you want to do? 1 more, he says. Where we heard this one before. Stop at the cash whammy again, and this time it actually takes away your cash. Yes, here I am at the ATM today. Let's see if I can get this here. Oh, look at this little bank card with Joshua's. And he didn't put a PIN number. Oh, this is easy. Beep, 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 beep. All the money is mine. Mine, 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 mine. And Josh, you're back down to 0 with your first whammy of the night here. Well, you still have 2 spins. What do you want to do? All right, pressing on. Here we go. Trip to Sweden. Ooh, I think you're going to like this one. It's a trip there, $10,800, and you are in 3rd place barely. Yes, you still have 1 spin left to go there, Josh. What do you want to do here? All right, here we go. Stop to double your dollars and a spin. That gives you up to $21,600 now. There you go. You still have 1 spin left there. All right, passing it back to Neil. And whenever you're ready here we goes. 1 spin to go. Stopped at a trip to Amsterdam. Oh, this is a great vacation up there to the Netherlands. $8,568. And with that, you end the round with $50,373 for now. But here we go to Doug with his mighty 2 spins. Are you ready, Doug? Uh-huh. And your choice. You want to press or pass? Let's play. Here we go. You get the insurance policy now. All right. That means you are whammy insured here until your next hit. But you have 1 spin left. What do you want to do? Passing it back to Neil. Oh, my. Here we go, Neil. Ready? Here we go. You got a trip to Athens, Greece for our Athens holiday. Another $8,028 added to your score, bringing your total now to $58,401. And now we go back to Adam, who actually has 3 spins that Neil earned earlier here. What do you want to do, Adam? Here we go. Stopped at a trip to Vienna, Austria. Hey, I'm thinking we've seen this trip before. $10,842. You just got the second trip. So technically, you just double your dollars. How about that? All right, you are still in. You're actually just barely in second place right now, by $84. But you're still about 37,000 or so behind Neil. What do you want to do? All right, here we go. Stopped. Oh, it's a trip to South Africa. You're going to stay 5 weeks, and you get to bring 3 other guests along with you. Nice trip, though. $12,945. Good job. You got 1 spin left, and you're at 34,000. And look what just came up. Oh my gosh. Can we say potential $100,000 up in there? Here we go. Stop at 8,888 and a spin, though. All right. That brings your score to 43,517. 1 spin still in the column, and you're just under $15,000 away from Neil. All right, here we go. Stopping across the board to 5,000 and a spin. It's still going on. And now you are just under $10,000 away from Neil's score. We're still with 1 spin. Now what? Here he goes again. Stop at 69.69 and a spin. Oh, yeah. Damn it, Mark Leona. All right, yeah, 55,000. You are approximately just under 3,000 less than Neil does. You still have 1 spin. Now what? All right, let's see what he gets here. Stopped at a whammy. Let's see what's in the package here. Oh, 2 trips to Vienna, Austria? Don't mind if I do. Oh, Adam, I'm sorry. And with that, that's the end of round 2 here. As we look at the scores here, we have Neil's currently our leader here with 58,401. But don't worry, folks. The biggest of bucks come in the next round, and we will see those in a little bit. Stay tuned, folks. And welcome back to our 3rd and final round of our Mega Money Press Your Luck here. And we have got I got a few more questions if you guys are ready to go here. Let's start off with this first question here for you guys. Let me bring up the board here. Boop. All right. All right, here's question number one. Now, we all know that Psy was a rap star. He had this great song, Gangnam Style. It was the first video on YouTube to reach a 1 billion views. But I have to ask you, which country is he from? Joshua. All right, is the answer South Korea, China, or Japan? Neil? All right, and Doug? All right, and Adam? Oh, so glad you guys did that. It's South Korea. All right, there we go. Neil gets a spin, Josh up to 3, and Doug and Adam each get a spin for that one. There you go. All right. Let's do question number 2 this time. We all know that we like to breathe in oxygen in our atmosphere, but what gas is actually most prominent in our Earth's atmosphere? Joshua. Okay, is the answer nitrogen, carbon dioxide, or oxygen? Neil? And Doug? And finally, Adam. Yay, you know your stuff. It's nitrogen. And so Neil gets another spin, Josh gets another 3, and Doug and Adam each get another spin as well. All right. Okay, let's see if you guys know your sports about this one. Which hockey team in the NHL has won the most Stanley Cups? Doug. Okay, so is the answer the Detroit Red Wings, the Montreal Canadiens, or the Chicago Blackhawks? Neil. And Joshua? And finally, Adam. I'm sorry. Nope, you're all wrong. It was actually the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah. All right, that's okay here. And now we have come to the fourth and final question, the final question of the day here. And I am going to again list the 3 answers, and you tell me, and then ask the question. And again, we're playing double spins this time. The answers are Joseph Lister, Guglielmo Marconi, or James Watt. Players, which of these 3 men actually helped create the steam engine? Doug. Okay. And is the answer Lister, Marconi, or Watt? Neil. All right. And Joshua? Okay. And Adam? Oh, I hate to say this, for 2 of you are right and 2 of you are wrong. And the right ones were Doug and Neil. That means Neil gets 2 more spins, and Doug gets a big 6 spins on that one. Oh my gosh. Looking at this, we have some big bucks ready to go for the end of the round here. If you're ready, let me bring up the biggest aboard, and I got to show you how crazy this gets. All right, here it comes. Let me bring up the old board. Here it comes. Oh, yeah, you see some stuff here. First of all, you've noticed, I'm going to explain some of the stuff on this second new board here. You notice in the upper left corner is the corner of doom. 2 whammies, but also the whammy blaster is hiding up there. If you hit it at the right time, you can get rid of all the whammies you got. Number 2, you see down in the section there where it says Big Bucks, I got 2 special spaces. One says Big Bank, which will let you earn everything in the Big Bank, which is currently at $80,267. But you notice a double Big Bucks, which means you can win up to $1 million in that spin. But there's even bigger bucks next to the space, the famous triple this. That's right. If you hit that sucker at the right time, could be worth up to $1,500,000 in cash. All right, let's look at our scores here one more time. Neil has got the lead here at $58,401, so he'll be going last. And Adam, with your mighty 2 spins, you will get to go first here in this last round. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Stopped at a sailboat. This is a day sailor sailboat, and I think you're going to like this score here. $21,495. All right, Adam, you got 1 spin left to go. What do you want to do with that spin? That's right. Here we go. Stopped at a whammy. Oh, no. Sailing, sailing over the boundary bay. I'm going to sail with your boat and take it all away. Oh, Adam. That's your 3rd whammy and no more spins to go. But we're going to go to Doug here, who has 8 big spins and an insurance policy plus $49.95. Are you ready, Doug? All right, here we go. Stopped at 30,000 and a spin. And that way you are now in 2nd place there, Doug. What do you want to do with your 8 spins still? Let's play. Here we go. $50,000, or you can spin again. All right, we're going to spin again. Here we go. Mystery Cash Space. For those who have remembered it, it's any kind of money amount between $5,000 and $50,000. And Doug, you might be willing to like this amount here. $39,507. And with that, you're the leader right now with $74,502. You're currently ahead by about $16,101. What do you want to do now? Here we go. 7 spins to go. Here it goes. Stopped at an Aston Martin DB2 automobile. You found a great car here, Doug. You ready to hear what this car is worth? $195,641. Oh, now you're up to $270,143, and you still have 6 spins to go. What do you want to do? Let's play. $50,000, or you can spin again. Okay, here we go. Mystery cash again. Let's see how much it's worth this time. I think you're going to like this one. $48,808. Now your new total is $318,951, and you're ahead by about $260,000 and $550. Actually, $260,550 ahead of Neil, but 5 spins. What do you want to do? Let's play again. Here we go. You only get 1, dude. You can't get 2. $100,000 and a spin. All right, and that brings you up to 418,000 and change. Now what do you do here? You still have 5 spins, Doug. Here we go again, folks. Oh boy. He is a risk taker here, isn't he? $40,000 and a spin. Oh my, you've reached. Oh, you're getting closer to that $500,000 mark there, Doug. Still 5 spins. Now what? Let's go. Big risk taker here, I can tell. Prize-a-palooza! All right, I see you have 2 possible prizes you can pick up, and they're both related to The Price is Right. First of all, we have the personal Plinko board here, and that is a beautiful little Plinko board, and that is going to be a full-scale replica worth $42,000. And then you also get the Showcase Showdown wheel for another full-scale replica worth $50,219. And before I forget, I've got to adjust your score back to 4 spins. There we go. All right, and you still have 4 spins with over $500,000 on the board. What do you want to do, Doug? Why not? You got insurance. Why not? Let's have some fun. Maybe. Across the board to 30,000 and a spin. Man, we just can't get rid of those spins, can we there, Doug? 581,170, and you are still ahead by quite a lot. About 10 times as much as Neil currently has almost. What do you want to do? Press or pass? All right, here we go again. Oh, $100,000 cash prize. Nice. Let's see what comes up. Oh, Evidence for Lifers up on the board. You have 3 spins left, Doug, and 681,000. Oh, no. We got the Nels number. Oh, crap. All right. What do you want to do, Doug? Let's play. Here we go. Ooh, the trip to the World Series of Poker. Plus, you get a buy-in to the main event here. $24,950. Nice. And look what got on the board now. You got 2 spins left, Doug, and a whole bunch of cash. Over $700,000. What do you want now? Let's play. The Dream House. That's right. This is a dream house to build on your own. We'll even give you $150,000 extra in cash for land. And you know the value of this one if you've seen this game too many times. $1,275,000. Oh my gosh. Doug, you currently are knocking on the door of $2 million right now, though. You got 1 spin left. What do you want to do? Let's play. He's got no risk here because of the insurance. Maybe. We'll see. How about a Rolls Royce? That's a Rolls Royce Cullinan SUV, the new 2025 model. And this is definitely going to put you over the $2 million mark. $472,750. And with that, thankfully, we're done with Doug's spinning for now. But we go to Joshua with his 6 big spins. Josh, are you ready? Let's do this. Here we go. How about a whammy? I was going to prepare for this one, so give me a second. This is why I'm doing an edit right here. So give me a second here. Oh, you're going to love this one. Okay, ready? Going back to tape in 3, 2, 1. I believe in the whammy, and he just took all your money. Aww. Yeah, you did. All right. Well, you still have 5 spins there, and I should mention the big bank. It's not as big as it should be, but it's still $123,362 at this exact moment. Josh, you still have 5 spins. Here we go. How about pick a corner? It's the Whammy Blaster, M&M's for life, an insurance policy, or earn to pass. Put all your earned spins to the pass column. I think that's a smart move. There you go. Now you got the Whammy insurance, and you still have 4 spins left to go. You are technically Whammy immune for a while. What do you want to do? Here we go. $25,000 steal. That means you're going to take $25,000 out of Doug's pocket. Might be a small amount to him, but it's a big amount to you. You're still in 3rd place, Joshua, with 3 spins. What do you want to do? Here we go. Mystery cash again. Let's see what comes out of the till this time. It doesn't look like too much, but it's still decent money. $12,627. All right, you got 2 spins left to go, and you're at 37, but you're still in 3rd place here, Josh. What do you want to do? All right, here we goes. Yeah, across the board to 40,000 and a spin. Now you're in 2nd place there, Joshua. What do you want to do? All right, here we go. Triple this with $250,000. You know what that means? You just got yourself $750,000. All right, so give me a second. I'm going to put that extra $500,000 in for you. And there you go. There we go. And there we are. $827,627 there, Josh. You are still behind by about $1.6 million, but you still have 2 spins. What do you want to do? Here we go again. $25,000 steal again. Another $25,000 from Doug's pocket. You have 1 spin left at $852,000. You have 1 spin left there, Joshua. All right, here we go. How about $500,000 in a spin? There you go. Still 1 spin, and you're over $1,352,627. You're still behind by about $105,000 and change here. What? You got 1 spin left. Well, $1,005,000 and change. I'm sorry, $1,005,000. My brain doesn't always think about straight. I got such big bucks up here, my mind's going loopy. Let's try to see if you can get that big one here. Let's see what you can get here. Try again. How about a trip to the daytime Emmys? This is a VIP guest experience. It's not a big prize, but it's a decent prize. $21,600. And with that, you are out of spins. And now we go to Neil. And Neil, you got a mountain to climb, but you have 4 spins to do it. What do you want to do? Yeah. All right, here we go. How about M&Ms for life? This is 2 packs of M&Ms every week for 50 years, and it is worth $6,500. All right, you still have 3 spins, and you are way behind right now, Neil. What do you want to do? Here we go. How about stand-up comedy tickets? This is a trip for 3 people to see Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy, at his show somewhere, but you get the full VIP treatment, airfare included, $36,127. All right, you got 2 spins to go, Neil. What do you want to do? And like I said, you're way back in the past. Let's go. How about pick a corner? You got the Whammy Blaster, the 69 420 in a spin, a Tesla Model S, or 50,000 bucks. All right, taking the Tesla Model S there. And it is a Model S Plaid Edition. It is $96,880. And Neil, let's chat. Like I said, you currently are in 3rd place. You are well behind Doug. Doug has an insurance policy, so basically if you pass it to him, he almost guarantees the win. You can, however, get Press Your Luck. Now remember, there is a change places space on the board, as well as the famous triple this as well. What do you want to do? All right, here comes the last spin, possibly, of the game. Here we go. Stop to the whammy! Oh no! And that means, with that, after we hit the whammy button, Doug is your champion tonight with $2,403,870 in cash and prizes. Woo! Well, we're going to take a small break here, and we're going to take a break, and we'll come back here in a few minutes to tell you exactly what Doug has won. All right, we're back to today's game of Press Your Luck, and Doug Trovinger is our champion today with $2,403,870. Do you want to hear what you just won there, dude? I think that's a yes. All right, here we go. First of all, you won a brand new baby grand piano. Yes. Follow that with an Aston Martin DB2, a personal full-scale replica of the Plinko board, a full-scale replica of the Showcase Showdown wheel, the $100,000 special cash prize, a trip to the World Series of Poker with a main event buy-in, a dream house with $158,000 extra for land, a new 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan SUV. Those prizes total $2,165,555, combined with the $238,315 in cash you won, gives you a grand total of $2,403,870. Congratulations! Oh, yes. All right. And what that means, you get to come back next time here if you are ready to go here. Adam, I'm sorry that you didn't get anything this week, but if I remember on our pilot episode, you did win a lot of money and everything as well. So we thank you for coming with us, as well as for Neil and Joshua. I thank you very much for being part of Press Your Luck. But until next time, when we see Doug Trovinger come back again to see if he can win even more of my money from here, this is Scott Sephy McVeigh saying thanks for pressing your luck. Good night. Here's what we have for some of our party contestants: a case of Legs pantyhose, a box of rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat, and some Pennzoil oil. This is Scott Sephy McVeigh speaking for Super Mega Press Your Luck, a Midgard Madness production in association with MVG Productions.